Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to a ship review. Now today we are taking a look at the Buccaneer. There's been quite a few changes to this over the sort of past months. Originally the guns are on the bottom, the landing gear's changed, so there's a lot changed actually from the concept art. Now the purpose of the Buccaneer, it is a fighter. Its strength is maneuverability. It doesn't have posh interior. It's like a stripped out version, right down to the sort of raw metal sort of ship, and it does it quite well. I mean, I've actually flown it a couple of times so far, and the maneuverability is very, very good. Now keep in mind, this is the PTU 2.6.2. Are they going to nerf it now? I'm pretty certain they're not, because the whole purpose of this is maneuverability. I'm sure there will be some changes to it along the way, but as it sits now, it's actually pretty good. I actually prefer maneuverability over a tough fighter. That's why I've always liked the M50. I like the ability to evade. I like having really, really good maneuverability. And this actually falls in quite well, and it's got a really, really good arsenal as well. So let's take a look around. Well, first of all, let's talk about some of the weapons we've got. Now originally, like I said at the start, them top guns up the top there were actually on the bottom. They've made some changes to the landing gear and the way that it works. Got some missiles under here as well. You can see them here. We've got a good sized weapon here. Sort of smallish one here as well. So it's got a pretty good loadout. And the engines are absolutely massive. And I suppose this falls in line with having great maneuverability. Obviously that maneuver thrusters does come into it, but the ability to accelerate really fast as well in combat clearly is going to help. I mean, the engines are nearly as big as... I mean, one engine is nearly as big as the actual cockpit area itself. It's like strapping a Boeing engine on the side of a Spitfire, or two of them, in fact. Sort of makes sense. So there is a place for this in Star Citizen. It's not like it's a stepping stone. I think that actually this is a fighter with great maneuverability. It's not going to have as good armor as obviously the likes of the Hornet and so on, but you know, you get the idea. Take a look around anyway. Front screen, it's got a tinted screen. It's sort of like a blue, sort of a water, bluey sort of green sort of screen. It's got some like scratching. We'll go for this sort of mist effect now rather than scratches. I do prefer that. It's got like a little gap here as well. I've gone into a little bit of detail. I'm not really sure why they did that. And also down here we've got, there is, oh, a bit funny there. We've got some little lights down the bottom there. They're obviously going to turn on. In the flight test we'll take a look at them. We're going to do that in the next video. On the side here, some people don't like this gunmetal, this metal-y sort of look, but I suppose it does fall this. What sort of armor colour could you go for? To give, I think if they went for a flat colour, it probably wouldn't look as good. If it wasn't silver and it was black, you wouldn't be able to determine the contours. So maybe that's a design choice, so it looks cool than anything else. Obviously, this is being Drake as well. It's got little plates around it as well. These scoops down here. Missiles under here. There's a lot going on in the background actually. Let's have a look at the wings first. Now what I did notice is, look, if you look at this here, very much like a plane. It's like a doe bird, isn't it? I mean, you would have thought in atmospheric flight that there's not much wing there, is there? You would have thought the wings would have probably need to be bigger in atmospheric flight to keep off the ground, unless it's got so much thrust. Because these are actually flaps, look. You can see them here, look. The flap there. Very similar to sort of a normal commercial plane, isn't it? With these sort of little lines on it and so on. Moving around the back here, and then obviously the huge engine. And these actually tilt as well. Look, you can actually see here. I mean, this is probably acting as a wing as well. I suppose that adds a little bit of... This is more like for landing planet side, really, isn't it, than anything else? Obviously, it's not going to make any difference in space. You can see, look, there's a mechanism there to that sort of... This looks a bit Vandal-ish, doesn't it? This sort of wing here. So from an animation point of view, this is going to look really cool, because you're going to have all the flaps moving. You can have these pits around the edge here, all these little bits here moving. You can have these moving as well, so it's going to look really super cool. On the back, you've got countermeasures as well, which is sort of going right with most of the ships now. And then you've got the landing gear, which is pretty crazy. I mean, this is... This was not the original plan. Like I said, they had the guns on the bottom before, but now it's got this sort of fold up. Look at the legs here. You can see that that one folds up there. These ones collapse inwards and then fold up inside. The other thing I did notice with this as well, unlike a lot of the other ships, look at the wing height. I'm not really sure how that's going to make a massive difference. What I thought is, if you land on a planet, and let's just say, for instance, you want to land in a sort of a rounded dip, having the wings a lot higher might help. Possibly. For being sneaky, and having the landing gear like laid out like this as well. Just carry on around here. Pretty cool legs. Like I said, when I do the flight test, we see all these animations. We check this out. Little signs in here. These stickers here, these are actually real text on there. There's one of these inside the cockpit as well. We're going to take a look in there in a second. Moving around the opposite side. What's that up there? Keep clear. These are obviously the maneuver thrusters there. You can see how many there are. They're all over the place. There's one there, there's one here, there's one there. They're all over the place. Back around this side. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Shame we can't jump up top actually and have a look at that that top gun as well. No, does that look? Oh, yeah, that actually just lifts up and folds up underneath there. Jump inside. Pretty basic in here. I mean, this is like proper stripped out sort of fighter stuff, isn't it? It's no like luxuries in here. If you want to sort of fly around in style with lots of nice interiors, this is more about core functionality. In fact, this is more like a real sort of fighter, isn't it? Really, just giving you the tools that do the job and stripping out as much weight as you possibly can. There's not much in here by any means, is there? Caution, you've got these big bottles next to me. What are these? I can't turn my head any further. Why does it say flammable? That's a bit concerning, isn't it? I've got two of them. That is very, very concerning. I thought there would have been fire extinguishers. Well, I've got fuel tanks next to me bloody head. No, can't be, can it? See, there's some stickers. You can see there's another sticker there, look. And there's one on the tank as well. They're all over the place. Be interesting. These switches look like they can be turned on, turned off, don't they? That'd be really cool if we could look at them and switch the switches. As long as these hands move. There's clearly some little fixes that need to be done around the animations here, or the character, obviously, because this is not the right character anyway. And looking forward, pretty good. You got a good view, a fantastic view overhead. Oh, what was that? No idea what that was there. Good view that way. The greeny bluey glass doesn't affect anything. Looking forward, it looks like something out of Star Wars, doesn't it? This sort of front, sort of dome sort of piece here. It's not totally restricted, but you are a little bit restricted on the view, clearly. I mean, there's other ships that do have slightly better views. It's fine this way. Awesome, obviously, up top. Fine that way, but forward, you do have these bars in the way a little bit. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. And if I just center there, that is the center view. So some of the ships are like this, you see what I mean? So you can focus on the targets ahead. But this one is actually showing the displays a lot more. Maybe from a functional point of view, you're still going to have to look down and look at the other displays, aren't you? Still concerned about them tanks there. Sort of slightly put me off. No ejector seat on this one. It opens from the side as well. It's got a really weird canopy here. You see, I don't know if you can actually see. I wonder if we can change the view so we can actually. Let's have a look. Oh, we can have a look at them guns. That'd be good. Oh, top guns there. I'm actually going to look at them. I'm going to start using this hangar, guys. This hangar it's got the lighting so much better in here. The Revlon York, it's almost like there's something wrong with the lighting. In here, it complements the ship. The shadows are better, it just looks so much better. You can see that top gun there as well. It does look really, really... They've done a fantastic job on this. You can swap that out for a fixed mount as well. It's gimbaled at the moment. Go around the front now. I don't know if you look at them tanks. Oh, I can't really zoom any further. He's sitting quite far back from the front, isn't he? That's quite a... I mean, from the outside, you could have thought that it was a two-seater, couldn't you? You could probably get another seat in the front there, couldn't you? There's enough room. Might have to be... Well, actually, his legs might be struggling a little bit, mightn't he? Let's change that. Actually, we're going to have a look at them tanks. Look inside here. I'm lacking a little bit of hair there, aren't I? Got this big ram thing down by the side. That looks like a fire extinguisher at the back there, doesn't it? A red thing or something. You've got these weird things down here as well. If we can get down there and look at these. At the front there. So much detail that they've done here. They could have ended the canopy a lot lower, but what you're actually seeing when you're inside is this. That front nose, we go back inside now. That front nose there, that line there, is actually quite far away from the front. The only downside that I could see here, I mean, I'm not really sure how this is going to really affect it in space. Let's just jump out. And that's... See that canopy? And that is how far the top gun is back. Oh, I just missed that sort of animation there. It's how far back that gun is. It's quite far back. Look, it's actually here. Center line top. If it was over here, gives you... If you think about it, if it's nearer the front, it does give you a little bit more of a down angle. But being at the back there, it definitely does give... It gives you the front angle and up. But to shoot slightly down, you're going to have to tip down a bit. You see what I'm getting at? It's not the end of the world. It would have been nicer for that gun to be a little bit further forward, but I suppose that's how the design turned out in the end. But I like it. I think it looks nice. I'm more keen to buy something like this and have something like this than probably the Hornet, purely on the basis that I like having good maneuverability, and this has got a really good arsenal. I'm going to give it a good go in the next week or so in flight tests and see how I get on, but I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. So, let me know in the comments what you think. I really like it. I think it looks super cool ship. I'm looking forward to doing the flight test, and yeah, fantastic ship, guys. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.